Colombiana en momentum. Are we live?
Yep, we are live. Today is Sunday. We are live, and I think we were able to do it in YouTube and Facebook. And what do you say you wanted to smoke today?
Oh, there it is.
A momentum.
How are you guys? Live from Tabanero Cigars. Today, Sunday,
Janko Maceda.
3 o'clock. Lorena Maceda. It's a beautiful day in Tampa Bay.
It is 75 degrees. There's a
Sunny,
festival going
super
on.
sunny.
Really, really comfortable day.
We're having amazing coffee. About to have an even better cigar.
And it doesn't amazes you when you hear Tampa and you try other cigars, and some they're motivational. Some are cigars from companies that you already know, and you here in Tampa, you take the chance to go and buy, or customers, they know your palate and bring the cigars, and it gives you an idea of where you're at. And you also have the experience of trying other brands that make you wonder how this industry coexists with so much variety. I have discovered on this trip, and probably I did before, how much energy, how much I worry about the product. And I have to find a better balance. Find a better balance because uh, there's a lot of stuff in the industry that you see they keep a a good balance of a lot of social media marketing, a lot going on,
New products.
new product,
We
and they're not so much into the quality of the cigar.
I think it has been definitely a learning process for for both. I mean, you never stop learning. But he's for those of you who know him in a personal basis, you know he's a perfectionist. And certain things he has been able to let go and say, you know what? But some others, like the consistency of your product, the blend, the what you put into it, and how you want it to be, has always been your main focus, the product itself. And nothing wrong with that because I believe it's what's put you on, what's brought you
No, nothing wrong with that.
to
But
this point.
this cigar,
Wasn't as complex.
it wasn't as how I complicate things in my
Yeah.
head.
we uh,
It's a
we
great cigar.
we have conversations, of course. Our morning ritual is always to have a cup of coffee and go outside, and that's when the kids are asleep, and I think the world, because during the week we normally do this in Nicaragua at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we do this here in Tampa around 6. So the world is asleep, nobody's bothering you, and that's when we we have these discussions. When, when he calls it, put in his head on the pillow, and then the next day he comes up with these ideas and these conclusions, and um, it's been not only a learning process, but I think he discovered that yes, you still have to back up your product and have a. It doesn't matter if you have amazing social media, and if your product is not good, you're not gonna have repeat clients. But then I think this, not that you discovered, you realize that the palette for people is was like the discussion we've always had. What's the best wine? The best wine is the one you drink, the one you like. So I may like something, he may like something. He has a very sensitive palate, and I think that's why he's made it a point to be very specific about his cigars. But we realize that the industry has changed and has so much. He has
Yeah, but
cigars out there that wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, but they sell. So it's been a process of
it's been a process.
discovery.
Been a process of discovery. I guess being being I was brought up in here on retail, and I always had a good grasp on what the client is looking for on the experience. A really good grasp, and 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 to separate what is just smoke and mirrors, or what is just marketing to the true essence of the experience. And now being being able to experience Nicaragua, being in Nicaragua, and see how some companies, you see that they put their heart into it. You see the leaders, you see the owners in there, and then in between here, in between Nicaragua, and then you try their products and you go, wow, wow. You see, you see the brand that is like placing an order by calling and say, I want 10,000, I want 20,000, and not being involved on what it takes.
So they don't really know what they're selling.
Think about it. When we stopped manufacturing here, I don't know if it was my insecurities, inexperience. How did I started going to Nicaragua? Where, yeah, they were not made here anymore, but rapidly I started flying to Nicaragua, and I was in Nicaragua constantly, to a point that you said,
This
let's move
back
to
and yeah,
Nicaragua.
this back and forth is not yeah.
So it's hard for me to grasp, you know, how you
That
can,
they're not present.
how you can do a, I don't know, probably when I'm turned 100 years old, I will learn how to do it. But how can you create a good product with someone you can trust that you met yesterday, and he said he promised you that he's going to do a good product, and you just go meet the first time, come back, and then let it set in autopilot. It's, but again, I've been reflecting a lot this trip that, ah, man, I like to complicate things. I love to complicate things. This Jalapa and Condega, Visos and Seco, with a Mexican San Andres.
And people are raving about this product.
People that have been smoking the Neros, that is a really complex cigar, the Nero. Nero was well balanced, complex. You're talking about Viso from Pennsylvania, Dominican Republic, Visos, Jalapa, Condega, on one cigar with Mexican San Andres. And I don't know what is the secret that we sell a lot on singles, but they don't sell in boxes. So people that are being smoking Neros, they're levitating to this. A more accessible pricing and a lot more simpler. And I see that this really, elevated palate that they enjoy in the Nero, they like in this too. So that's what it made me think. Sometimes I complicate too much, the blend because of my insecurities, or trying to the 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 cigar to be a powerhouse that it would do the talking for me. And I think it's been too much. We will keep what we have, as complex as it is, on the Maceda line.
From this point
But from this
forward,
point
we'll
on,
come up
this,
something.
beautiful things like this, simple, painless, you know, because people think it's easy because I make it look simple. When I'm back here, eh, for some reason, I find myself spending more time. You tell me, hey, someone wrote on social media, and I go, read. I'm sorry, I'm not in social media. She's in charge of social media, caring
But I
also.
always let them know. I always let them know when you guys write messages. I read it or I show it to them, and whenever you tag him and stuff, I make sure that he knows. But he just
There's
doesn't.
there's extremely they're really good individuals, good people, doing magnificent reviews. I'm not in their radar. I'm not in their radar because I'm 100,000 cigar production a year. I guess these people, it makes sense for them to take the time to review a product that is going to be in the masses, that is going to be in 500 stores. We're talking about a million point five, 2 million cigars production a year. And I respect that. I respect that you're reviewing cigars, that you have a good idea that it's going to be in 500 stores. I totally get it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not what I'm aiming for. But I get surprised with influencers smoking cigars that I know where they're made, I know how they taste, and the rating of these cigars. I'm like, whoa! And this is people that they have 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and I hear their reviews on, and I go, definitely, this industry has a big variety of palate. But every time I come to the U.S., every time I come back to the U.S., I'm exposed more to this whole.
Say going back to basics.
Yeah, going back to basics. I was approached this week by a new brand in Nicaragua that they would like to. I've been here, and three brands already came around to see if they can place cigars in my humidor. And again, I'm not talking from me being the best. No way. I'm not even close to being the best. To give you an idea, let's go back to manufacturing on 2021, 2022. There's no secret that my cigars, it has that Cuban DNA. What do I mean by Cuban DNA? I don't use ligeros. I stay away from ligeros because ligeros is too harsh on your palate. For me, that I have a sensitive palate, I don't use ligeros. I try to blend bisos and secos. Bisos and secos. The Big Daddy, Bocado, Mike, it has a ligero from the Dominican Republic, half a leaf, and Esteli. Those are cigars that are not for me, but they have to be available. So my Cuban DNA of a lot more complex cigars, balanced cigars, um, they're good. They're good cigars. You know when they're gonna be almost perfect, almost perfect, when I manage to grow the tobacco and process the tobacco and ferment the tobacco. That's when they will be close to perfect. Like my mentor Padron, Abdel Fernandez, Pepin Garcia. That's when we get close to perfection. But I ask myself, when they come in here and they go, hey, Yanko, I would like to have my brand in your shop. And it's a boutique brand. I believe in boutique brands because I'm a boutique brand. You know, I recently learned from Daniel Land that half of the brands in the industry, they're boutiques. Boutique brands that they sell 10,000 cigars a year. I just learned that from him, and I believe him because he's really good when it comes to sourcing information, finding information. He's extremely good. So I believe that half of the brands, I am a 100,000 cigars a year sales boutique. I am not a 10,000. So I guess I am not in that half. I'm outside of
You
that
already
half.
passed
I
it.
already passed that. Nothing wrong. with only 10,000 cigar sales a year. Nothing wrong. I think I was at 10,000 cigar sales a year my first year, no? First and second year. That's it. After that, I remember the my numbers were 60,000 cigars, 70,000 cigars a year, because I decided to take the opportunity of being the cigar capital of the world and do retail. So I if I had an I don't think I had an experience of 10,000 cigars a year. So going back, why I was talking about the boutiques. They it's easier for me now to envision to do business with a boutique. We in Esteli. So any Nicaraguan boutique that approaches, what are we going to do when we go back to Esteli? Like this week, I was approached by Oscar something, and and he wants to bring his boutique here. I guess it's never been in here. So when I get to Esteli, I'm gonna meet with them and see where they're made, see who make those boutiques.
Because they can lie to us. We're there.
You're telling me you want to bring your brand. It's not that I'm gonna allow him to, but I'm opening myself to stuff that I never thought about. These boutiques, the good boutiques, they're finding opportunity. We have warehousing and we have a strong website. I don't see how to put them in here. I don't know how to justify this is all Tabanero, Maceda, and that guy it's
One or two faces off. Yeah.
Juan de los Palotres. Oh yeah, so what's behind Juan de los Palotres? It's a guy that came around and said if I want to carry his brand, I can do that. My clientele, they're not gonna understand. They're gonna go, "What's going on?" We tried with Ayer Fernandez brand, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I don't. I know him. I am. I consider I'm a friend. I'm a friend
Acquaintance. Yeah.
an acquaintance with Ayer Fernandez, but we not. We we're not really close friends that I can explain. Well, I have manufactured cigars with AJ, and he has, helped me out a lot since I was in the beginning, and that's why I know AJ. We acquaintance. So I try to put AJ's in here because he supported me when I started manufacturing cigars in Nicaragua. AJ Fernandez supported me with tobacco. Um, But other than that, so if I bring a boutique here, what I'm going to expect? I had a visit of someone that I respect a lot, a brand that I respect, because you see a lot of persistency, not giving up, finding their ways. But I bring that specific brand here. I don't know how
What's
to.
the backstory?
So what I'm saying is that I'm opening my mind on the website with boutiques boutiques. Those 10,000 cigar boutiques that they're doing a good job, we probably will give them a chance in our website. In our website. I'm not buying their product. We need to find a way how, if they have their distributor here, how they will fulfill their
Their
orders.
orders.
And of course, if it makes sense for them, then it makes sense for us. If they sell $100 every month and that doesn't make sense for them, we quit.
I really like the cigar.
You like so the industry is changing. It's changing rapidly. and I keep saying it, and everybody, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
They shall see.
No, they're already seeing it. They're already seeing it.
No, no, I mean what
When was
you're
the last
saying.
time? When was the last time the you came into a store and bought 3, 4 boxes? When was the last time you did that?
Yeah, everything is.
When was the last time you did that?
So let me. What else? What a lot has happened, of course. We come here with new eyes, and he can't stand still. He's always trying to see or find ways to improve, and we finished with our first Leaf and Learn series. It was I had fun. I took it upon myself to learn how to roll cigars and bring it back to the shop. And it was we kind of did it softly. It was something that wasn't really advertised a whole lot. I wasn't sure if we were gonna be able to bring the tobacco here or not. So it was something we
But it
did,
was a great experience.
but
It
it
was
was
a great experience.
quite the experience, and it set the tone for next year. Now we know what to expect. Now we know what to do. But a lot of people came in because they saw me rolling up front in front of the store, and it was like going back to when we had rollers, even though I don't do production, because I got asked that question. Oh, so you roll cigars? I'm like, no, no, no. I just do it for fun. I do it for the show, and I wanted to learn. I wanted to be able to, mainly because whenever this guy wants to do the blends, I want to be able to do them right then and there. And that's what I was doing. Every single Saturday that I came to roll, we featured different regions. So when we did Condega de Jalapa, Ometepe was awesome. Esteli was a little, being a strong tobacco, but everybody was like, "Oh my God!" And I was doing chorullos. I was rolling by hand, and I had a great time. I was handing them out, and people were enjoying it. So it, it's gonna be eventually, I think, an event to repeat for when we come next year.
No, I think I learned, a while ago. I'm not gonna say a long time ago because I don't want to sound like I'm 80 years old. But I learned 2 weeks ago that everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason, and we didn't want to set ourselves for failure with those events. And we said, you know what? Let's use this year as testings to see how. So we just
How
add,
it's received.
we share
Yeah,
a
I
little bit on
posted
social
a couple
media,
of things.
but now we know. Now we know that it's pretty interesting. So
And I had
next year,
fun, so I think
next year we're gonna have a bigger
set the
following.
tone.
Uh, I
We'll
believe
advertise it and plan it more ahead of time
I
so
believe
people
those
know.
events, this is gonna be a lot of help for a store. For a store, Nicaragua is doing great. The box shop in Nicaragua is doing great. We closed the year profitable.
In the
We
positive,
we pay
in the
everybody.
green.
We bought plywood for January. We got enough to start the year, so
It was a blessing.
that was a blessing. So Nicaragua is going.
Nicaragua was able to sustain itself with Nicaragua. We didn't have to borrow from Tampa,
the
and that was a huge plus.
the website. It's the website. We
It's a
started
separate entity. That's a different beast.
we started a new SEO company, system optimization company with the website on June,
It's been like
and
6 months.
it's not pennies, but we seen the returns, and we are extremely happy, extremely happy. I feel that we finally found the right company that it
They
truly
do
deliver
they
what they say
do
they're going to deliver.
send reports and show you
Yeah, yeah.
because I mean
So a shout
we're
out to
not
Wayne.
techie, yeah.
He just came back from vacation, well deserved vacations.
Yeah.
So
And
There you go. Thanks to a
I
good
have brand new
client,
bling
or
from our dear Ken.
can
He
go.
gifted
Yeah.
us, or well, my daughter and myself, this Tabanero earring.
Mhm.
Valentina doesn't know, but she's not gonna use them because she loses things pretty easily. So thank you, Ken. Big shout out to you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
So we're celebrating a lot of progress, a lot of advance, and we are identifying that the store needs a lot of our energy right now. The store needs a lot of our energy. We did small changes. We did a small changes. We brought stuff that we used to do in the past, like coffee tasting during the weekend. And my new team members have said, "Wow, Yanko, what a big difference to just be out there, do coffee tasting, say hello, and bring customers inside. We can see the difference on the numbers and our tips." So we've been crossing promotions of accessories with our cigars. That is working. Something that in the past there was no need to do. But because in the past, just with great customer service, a great product, it was enough. That's not enough to take you out of your comfort zone at home, and bring you here. That's not enough. We got so comfortable staying at home that just good product and good customer service is not enough to bring you out. I just we just came in today, and we sold another two coffee clubs. That is taking off. Coffee clubs. 20 coffees, 20 of your favorite coffees for 30 days, a month, and 10% off of any products here for $59.99. That's like $3 a coffee. And our coffee is premium coffee. It's it's around $5.56 a coffee. So if you already coming, if you're already a regular, now we giving you back, and you just continue to compromise with a coffee shop, that you're gonna keep coming.
Supporting.
So it's a no-brainer, but it's a lot of help for us because it gets to a point that you know how many customers are helping you with the rent. So we're working to do the same with with Cigar Lounge. We're working to do the Cigar Lounge. We want the young entrepreneurs, the young upcoming to
Professionals, the young
professionals
professionals.
to meet here, once a week, twice a week, to share ideas, to talk about life, and during the week, because during the weekend people are already out. Let's do it during the week. Let's find ways for them to see value on showing up during the week, lighting up a cigar, have a great coffee, and great conversations. Let's work on that. We're working on that. Really, really passionate. We changed the structure of the store. We're building a walking humidor finally after many years of client friends going, "Yeah, Uncle, why don't you do the walking humidor?" You know what? Let's do the walking humidor. I want that wow effect that you used to have when you came in and see the rollers that you don't have anymore. I want that same wow effect when you come into a humidor 12 feet high and pack of cigars up to the roof, to the roof of the different brands by Tabanero Cigars. By Tabanero Cigars, we're gonna keep doing Tabanero Cigars. I just heard from Michael Masick. Where's Michael? Where's the area, Michael?
He's near that client of ours in Arkansas. No, I can't
Where
remember.
he is, they just raised taxes on tobacco to 45%.
Oh Lord.
So I'm asking you, with the world on tobacco, and they include cigars, they I think after they finish with tobacco, taxing as much as they can, the next is going to be coffee. The next is going to be coffee. So for now, it's tobacco. So he said that things are really for him right now because they raised tobacco 45% taxes. So what that does, it kills the cigar shops in the area, and then people keep ordering online. Keep ordering online from Florida, like us, that we in Florida, keep ordering online, and they avoid taxes. But it kills the local industry. So I am talking to the cigar boutiques, the boutiques. I get it. You guys start your boutique. You guys try to sell to stores and grow it. Beautiful, beautiful. What are you going to do with the next generation? How are you going to provide a space for the next generation to enjoy your product? Because the big boys, when they wholesale to the stores where your guys are coming in to enjoy it, they they're it's a ski stone. So the cigar is $14. The store is paying $7 for the cigar. So add now to that $7 a 45%.
Percent tax.
So that put me to think that as long as I can hold Tabanero, Casas Tabaneros, just to sell my brand, I'm gonna hold on. Because every time they trying to hit me with taxes and things like that, I'll be able to manage them a lot better than the big company because I make my own brands. And believe me, I make good brands. I make good brands. You like Maduro, I have Maduro. You like your Connecticut rappers, I have Connecticut rappers. You like your San Andres, I have San Andres. Um, Now when I go back to Nicaragua, I'm gonna start
Candela.
Candela. We have
Yeah,
Candela.
candela.
We when we go back now to Nicaragua, I'm aiming to do simple stuff like this with a lot of flavor and not to complicate too much. So I'm going to experiment with Peruvian tobacco. Peruvian tobacco has big similarities to what Cuban tobacco used to be. Used to be. So I'm going to work with Peruvian tobacco. So for those boutiques, think about it. See, see if you can reproduce this. I have a 1,500 square feet lounge that sells its own product, and and it's just my brand. I was talking to Nestor Andres Plasencia, and he asked me like twice. So you only sell your brand at your shop? And I said, yeah, I only sell my brand. I only sell my brand. He was having a hard time to, and he went and how long you been doing it? Because he thought it was
We
a
had just started. Yeah, it was
yeah.
brand new.
No, sorry, it's been 15 years.
The potential that we have being vertically integrated is what the word is. Like we
Hmm.
can become
No, and
there's a lot of
you
potential.
have to think about it. Why do you guys come into the shops? Why? Why? You guys come into the shop for the experience. Every time we get into that conversation here, everybody's saying the same thing. You're coming into the shop for the experience. So if you come into the shop for the experience, how much is the cortadito? Cortadito, I think it's 550. And the cigar, the total is 12, and then your robusto is $10. So uh, 550 and 12,
1750.
1750, $18, and yours will be the combination of yours will be $15. You know how many bodies like us you will have to bring to that door to pay a $7,000 rent plus payroll? Do the math. Do you think that many bodies are getting out of their houses to do this? No, no, they're not getting out. So we have to get really creative to maintain places like this. That we don't have a full liquor license. We don't you don't come in here to drink martinis or you come here to do this, to have conversations, enjoy a cigar. So we're gonna have to get really creative. We're already doing it. So when you think of a store, um, think on your own boutique. How can you accomplish that with your own boutique?
So we had so much going on. We also just celebrated Christmas. Well, it was our Christmas slash anniversary party, and we were able to see so many familiar faces and some new ones, of course. But we are always glad to see our regulars and everybody who supported us and who has been supporting us since the beginning. We had the Capotes. The Capote family has been friends with Yanko since he started the
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
lounge
They came to the
in
first anniversary.
2007.
Yeah.
And we saw them. So thank you guys. If you're watching, thank you so much for coming. We were so happy to see you and glad you made it. Keith Pelaez, he is, again, clients that become
That's
family.
my biggest friend with the biggest heart.
So thank you, Keith, for all your support and you brought a lot of people. You told a lot of people about it, and you guys made it what it was. So thank you so much for all your support. We had a blast. So we
It was definitely and probably they will hear saying this to the years to come, that this is a different coming back home, different trip. Uh, and how I see it is Nicaragua. This is the first year that we experienced success in Nicaragua. We came at ease. We came like, wow, we made it. So we had a better opportunity to see this with us.
operation,
Yeah.
yeah, because we always come with so much. I don't want to call it baggage, but with so much from down there that it always takes most of our attention. This time it was like we have an amazing team and someone that has been with us since the very beginning. She's pretty much our right hand down there, and she was able to finish the year with on a high note. And so we were looking at things here with different eyes and with a full focus because we were focusing in the operation down there. Everything was pretty much going smoothly. So yeah, a lot of things are changing, but everything is. This guy can have when things are like this steady, he gets bored. So
No,
he
yeah,
likes,
it has to be challenging. It
yeah,
has to be
he
challenging.
likes to have the challenges, and eventually it's been one of those where we're like, okay, um, we are super 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 appreciative of the job that the team here does. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to go and focus on the operation there. Karen, Steve, and all the newer guys, Jimmy, they do an amazing job. And it's just up to us to kind of change things and set, a different tone since things have been different now. So, yeah, we have a four-legged friend visiting the store, so we're so distracted. He's got to be, what, 150
He
pounds?
looks like a horse.
A pony?
The pony. Oh my God, it's so huge.
That's a mastiff.
That's a mastiff. Oh my God.
Huge dog. Beautiful, though. I'm a dog person. He's learned to become a dog person, too. So yeah, that's what's been going on. But we wanted to kind of give you an up to date on what's going on in Tabanero and everything. I think he's finally coming out of that. It's been back to back viruses that we caught at the airport, and then the kids got sick, and we got sick again.
They
It's been
bringing
rough.
they bringing stuff from Cuba to the Miami airport, and it's not tobacco. Boy.
It's been a little rough. So I'm happy that we're finally. I think we're on the other side. No, you
Yeah,
finally,
yeah.
because
Hopefully,
he just
hopefully,
last week he got sick again, and he's not
hopefully.
a patient. He's a very impatient patient. He doesn't like to be sick because it slows him down. And we know that we are on borrowed time here. We know that we have so many weeks or so many days, and he's like, "Oh my God, another day that I'm sick, that I can do this," and so it gets him, and of course it gets me. But we're finally on the other side, so I think we're done with the cold. Hopefully, that's gonna be it for the near and far
Everything that
future.
I was gonna get on 2026, I already. God, I
You
drink
got
my
it in
vitamins. I
spades.
go to the gym. Boy,
But yeah, sometimes
it's
your body has to get rid of
yeah,
stuff, and I've always told you when you don't stop, your body will stop you.
no
So
doubt. Hey, that's true. I've been in. I arrived and I've been really in tune. I've been really on it, and I guess that probably uh, load my system. So, but I think we have a good game
plan.
plan for the store. We need to make sure that Tabanero store in Ybor City becomes successfully becomes independent from the website, from Nicaragua, from my personal help, become totally successful and to find the new system, the new cigar lounge um, style or type that will work here or it will work anywhere. And believe me, it has to be through community, through community. If you like places like this, that hopefully when we finish, I'm gonna turn the camera around, both cameras, so you can see people having a conversation. As you can see, it's mellow because it's not a cigar bar.
We've had that a lot last weekend when they had the cigar Ybor Cigar Festival, and for 4 days straight we were super busy, like slammed. And the one common denominator that everybody was, of course, they're here for the festival and they walk around the shops, and everybody knows that Ybor City is cigar, or used to be cigar capital, still is. And the common denominator was like, oh my God, we love the store, the ambience. It feels so, you can have conversation, and it's different from what you're accustomed to see or what you see now.
One of the things that I believe makes people to go to the gym, is that sense of some ownership. I belong to this gym. How do I belong to this gym? They keep it clean, they keep it really nice, good environment, and I help with the rent. I pay a membership to go up to the gym. Guys, there's no secret. Coming into your local cigar shop and buying one cigar and a drink, it's not going to cut it. You're going to see them closing and closing and closing. You will see a lot of thriving cigar bars. You will see a lot of thriving cigar bars with plenty of alcohol. 60% of sale alcohol, and the other 40, 35% flavor cigars. Because true cigars, they're being sold online. You'll see. Look around. It's coming. It's coming. So the only way is to build community on places like this and to have that uh, uh, go that gym mentality that we
Sense of
got it
ownership.
sense of ownership that we got to come at least twice a week and exercise our brain with a good cigar, good conversation, and to make it constant. Be part of the gym. Be part of the gym.
Yeah, because when you we had workout equipment at the garage, but was the energy the same?
Never,
It's
never,
not the
never,
same
never,
as when you go to the
never.
gym and everybody's
Willie.
on the same
Oh,
level.
I Willie.
Hi, Willie. So yeah, like I think that's it for today. We appreciate you guys being here again, and until next time. Lorena Maceda here.
Thank you very much, Janko, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship. that allows you stop time. Let's turn the cameras around so they can see what's going on.
I have my coffee taster here.